Welcome, my fellow Virgos. This is going to be your current love messages for 2024. But when I say 2024, I really mean like current energy. I'm not looking for the end of the year type of energy. I want to know what's going on now. So, your current love messages. Um, I'm sure some of you have already seen the format that I'm going to be using, which my daughter who has her channel, Jenny Love Tarot, she did this format and I was watching her video and I was like, oh, I just love it. So I called her. I'm like, do you mind if I use it? And she's like, absolutely not. So, as many of you know, I'm also overcoming COVID. And so I needed something. I feel like these readings came, like her format came to me at just the right time because, I'm overcoming COVID, but I really feel like I can't rest anymore. I need to activate my mind, you know what I mean? My intuition. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and do these. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to ask very specific questions. By the way, this is for my fellow Virgo suns, Virgo moon, Virgo rising. Some of you are here are checking up on a Virgo. You want to know what's going on with them. Understand that you'll get messages yourself. Your spirit guides know you're here. I read through my guides, who I feel could then contact your guides. So if you ever wonder, like, I don't even know why I clicked on that video, but man, everything resonated. Well, I feel like give your guides the credit, and yourself for listening. So, anyways, we're going to ask five very specific questions. Number one, their feelings for you currently. Number two, their current view of you. Number three, what actions they're currently taking or thinking of taking. Number four, your current view of them. And number five, the overall energy that supports this connection. These readings I feel like are more for soulmate and twin flame type readings. You may have been with whoever shows before, or this may be someone who's completely new to you in this lifetime, but I feel like you're soul connected. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm not looking for like just any old love. I'm looking for love that's going to last, hopefully till the end of time or at least the end of this lifetime. But if you're soulmates, you know each other's soul. So that's really what I'm looking at. Let me fix this a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. So we're going to use Mother Mary, of course, but this time I'm going to use Mother Mary at the end of the reading over the connection. I really want Mother Mary's words of wisdom over the connection. For your clarifiers, I'm going to use the Light Seers. So we'll put those over here. But for the questions, we are going to use a new deck that I bought, and it's called the Cozy Witch. It's interesting because there's words on these that I swear when I looked at them, I did not see any words. Because I don't normally buy decks that have words on them. I like my intuition just to give me the story. But I'm kind of falling in love with this deck. So let's go ahead and one more shuffle. Everything's pre-shuffled, by the way. Okay, that feels good. Let's give him a cut. Happy New Year's, by the way. I didn't say that to anyone. Should have said that to everyone. Okay, so we're going to put those aside. Let me bring the lid down. And first, we're pulling for overall connection. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Well, there's your card. Huh, that is the card of Virgo. So, to me, that's a good omen. Let's see what it says here. Pause and savor the results of your success. This is really an independent type nature. The meaning of the card is independent self-employment. Doesn't have to be self-employment though. It just means that, you've been working hard and now you're able to start to see the fruits of your labor. Like about time. This person looks like kind of like what I'm doing, taking some time out. Well, I'm really not, I guess, but I did for the first week. But they feel kind of relaxed. Like I can just count that I can count on that the work that I put in will come back to me. So I kind of love it. It's nice and relaxed type energy, but it's also very independent type energy. Now, when I say independent energy, doesn't mean that I don't want to be with anyone. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't accept love in my life. It just means that I myself feel good within myself, that I myself can take care of myself. But I also feel like it is also telling you that, you're about to see the fruits of your labor. And that's a good thing. We shall accept it. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the question. So their current feelings for you. Well, hello, the world. I mean, it's like you're their everything. How interesting. Number 21 always makes me think of joy. Like joyous type energy. The world. Yay, you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. That's probably why this person is just nice and relaxed. Now celebrate. So this is their view of you. And I just feel like they feel like you are their world. This, anytime the world shows up, it is speaking of the next chapter. And that's very fitting also, especially since we're entering into a new year, a new universal year, eight. So it is the next chapter. But ultimately, how do they feel? Well, she's my world. He's my world. I feel like they feel you're kind of magical. Like there's this magical energy about you. Okay. And by the way, we're going to go back and clarify each one. So their current view of you, the moon, dreamy, dreamy. See what it says. Taking time for deep reflection is essential. I think they think that you know yourself. You know who you are. You know your worth. And I feel like they know that. You know that. I feel like I get this feeling that they know, and again, this may just be on a soul level, that I feel like you are most inspired. And I know this energy because I am a Virgo. But I feel that like I'm most inspired during my downtime. When I am doing nothing, all of a sudden, like I start to get these inspirations. I have a feeling some of you are connecting on a dream level. And what I mean by that is you're connecting, you know, um, at night when you lay your head down on that pillow, when you fall asleep. That silver string allows you to astro travel and you may be connecting to each other. This feels like a very deep type of connection. The moon, by the way, is the card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. I just have a feeling there's some here and they'd be like, say my name, say my name. All right, so what actions are they currently thinking of taking? The Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, what's it say? It would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. It would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. It's funny, she's sitting there holding that candle. She's looking at that flame. And again, this is what actions they're currently thinking of taking towards you. So, I feel like it's interesting because as love is related, I feel like this is the strongest that I have read in this series because again, I feel like you are their world. Now, that doesn't mean that everything worked out or everything will work, like everything will be hunky dory. You know what I mean? Because love takes work. But I also feel like, this is talking about their own reflection. I have to know myself in love to be a good lover. I have to take my own responsibilities when things don't work out and know my part in it. And I'm not talking about judging oneself, but knowing oneself. Because she's got all these candles on her table that she's previously burnt. And maybe this can speak about, like, relationships I've had through the years or even lifetimes, right? But there's only one flame, and that flame belongs to you. Two nines, by the way. So I feel like both of you had your own things that you were doing, both of you. Like, I feel like you have been like building your career, building your pentacles, your independence. Let's face it, as a Virgo, like if we don't feel independent, we don't feel whole. And I feel like their reflection has been over, who they are and who they are when they're in love. Again, I may burn through all these candles, but there's only one flame. That's you, because you are my world. Interesting. Okay, well, what's your view of them? The Seven of Pentacles. It's like it's meant to be. Seven of Pentacles teaches you a few things. First of all, it wants you to have patience, to allow whatever seeds are about to come into fruition, to make sure that they're whole. I often relate the Seven of Pentacles to like an apple tree, and I'm not going to pick that apple when it's not ripe, you know, or if it's overly ripe, because then it's just going to be bitter. I want to pick it at just the right time. I often feel a lot of these seeds were planted before you even came into this lifetime. So to me, that means that these soulmates had agreed before they came into this lifetime to come together at a certain time. Now, it doesn't mean that you weren't together before, but maybe the ultimate, like for the rest of our lives now, it may be that seed that's manifesting. All right, what's it say? Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. So I feel like that's just saying if this love is nurtured, it's just going to grow and grow and grow. But I have to tell you, I also feel the Seven of Pentacles is the energy of really what my soul wanted, our soul seeds of intention. And I like that it follows the Nine of Wands because, again, I feel like someone knows their own self within that energy, their own responsibility within their life, And then I think of nines as chapters, right? We're in 9-year chapters. Well, we have the world, right? We have two nines, and then the world, which is the next chapter. So I kind of feel that as this comes about, you're going to feel again. Soulmates don't all. Well, let me rephrase that. I feel like when soulmates meet, doesn't guarantee us that we're going to be together because we have free will. But there's something different, right? Just like this person's burnt through all those candles, but this is the flame that they want. You are my flame, and I feel like you kind of know that. All right, let's look at the overall energy that is supporting this connection. The Emperor. Card varies, but when I think of the Emperor, I think of someone that I can look up to. I think of someone of integrity. I feel it's someone who has, probably been through a lot, and you probably both have been through a lot, maybe individually. Maybe that's what these nines are signifying, like, because I feel like nines also signifies like singular type energy. The world would be the opposite. I feel like the coming together. What am I holding? The emperor. So I feel like whoever this is, they're a person of integrity, male or female. Let's read what it says. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. But they know that. And that's what they're reflecting upon. Right. So again, I'm doing these because I feel like this is the energy that's coming in for a lot of people. Of course you have free will and you can always say no, or they can say no. But I don't feel that's the case. It can be a business owner. Maybe you both are business owners. I feel like, it's interesting because when I think of the emperor, I think of the empress. And it's interesting, this person, they're looking at their timepiece. Like, what time is it? Is it time? Is it time? Is it time? Maybe that's why the Seven of Pentacles is first, right? Patience, my dear. And the Emperor is like, is it time? Not normally the Emperor's energy, but I feel that with this. Like, is it time? Is it time? By the way, the Emperor is mirroring the world. A very joyous type of energy. It's also a very spiritual time in one's life. I feel like, once I've reached the world's energy, it is where I am my most spiritual, and it is where I've learned to walk hand in hand with my spirituality and my humanness, not being so afraid to do things, because if I remember I'm a spiritual being having human experiences, then that takes a little bit of the fear away. Okay, you are their flame and they yours. All right, so let's start clarifying. Um, Again, we're going to use the light seers. I'm sorry, the light on my laptop keeps going low and high. Still trying to figure it out. But let's go ahead and start clarifying. So their current feelings for you, you're their world. Look at this judgment. Judgment, your spiritual team. They're helping you to come together. What does judgment ask for? It's asking you to come into the present moment. This is where your blessings are. This is where your signs are. Interesting how I felt like the connection of, deeper, like a deeper type connection, because that's what I feel here. And also, I have to say, one of the main reasons why, I mean, I love the format and everything, but really what I was feeling within myself was that there was a lot of guardian angels talking, speaking to each other, helping these soulmates come together. That's their job. This is your spiritual team. The next chapter is here and now. So, I feel like this is talking about a connection that's not just supported here on earth, it's also supported in heaven. That feels pretty special, guys. All right, we accept that. Now, their current view of you. Page of Cups with the moon. Well, that's a lot of dreamy, lovey type energy. A lot of water right there. Page of Cups, I feel like it's that inner child type energy. And I feel like that's what they love about you. or that's what they will love about you. Again, I feel it's soulmates, potentially twin flames. So I feel like you know each other's soul. So whether we've been together or not, what is it that they will love about you? It is that childlike spirit. For some of you, yes, you may have known this person at a younger time, when you were younger, when they were younger. Interesting how when you look at this page, you see this feet hanging down. It's like from a higher dimension, right? It's from the heavens into this earthly plane, but it's always connected. Listen, if you know them or you don't know them, I feel like when this connection happens, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. This feels very emotional, but in the best of ways. I don't even feel like there's a whole lot for anybody to overcome. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I just don't feel like there is like all this energy we have to overcome because maybe it was done into like each of you did it on your own. Like I lived my life, I built my life, they built their life. Though I do feel like they are the ones who really are reflecting. Maybe they just want a higher type of love. Higher love. Okay, take it. And I also feel a page means, especially the page of cups. I feel like it's saying love is in the atmosphere. Love is in the air. Every way you turn around. So, love is in the air. All right. What actions are they currently? What did I say that for that? That was a view of you. So, this is the actions they're currently taking or thinking of taking. They want to take. They want to take it. It's interesting. I should have kept my mouth shut saying I didn't feel there was a lot of fear or anything like that, but then the Two of Swords comes out. That's okay. The Two of Swords isn't the end of the world. It's not the Eight of Swords where like I'm completely blocking myself off from the world. I'm just a little, and I don't feel like it's towards you. I feel like it's like if they could get rid of this human mind that carries fear, I feel like it already would have happened. But maybe this is one of their life lessons. And by the way, we've got to let people complete their lessons. We can't go in and save everyone, even though we want to. Because it just means if we complete their lesson for them, then they're going to have to redo that lesson. It's going to come back. So I feel like, and it's interesting because I feel like these birds are trying to loosen the ties that keeps this person from moving in the direction they want to move, like where their heart wants to move. I'm noticing the tattoo. I want to take one more after that though. Look at that, the Eight of Cups. That's good. That's good. That tells me that whatever fear is in their mind, it can certainly block an opportunity. They do have free will. You have free will. We can't be guaranteed that someone is going to overcome, the fear that they will need to overcome. But I feel like because the Eight of Cups now comes out, it's saying they do. They will. And by the way, it's an eight. And I am looking for eights in these readings because we're in a universal year eight. And again, I'm not really, it's not that I don't think, it's not that I'm not interested in like the year's end. But I have a feeling a lot of you are going to be looking back. And I felt that in your year in review, even though I only did 3 months. Maybe that's why I'm predicting 3 months here. Eight of Cups, emotional clarity. Didn't come overnight. And I feel like if they're going to release this block, then they have to understand that something emotional has moved into the thinking process. And that thinking process has moved into the fear process. But they can turn it all around. And I feel like that's what they're doing. They're walking away from the cups that are previously spilt, whether they be walking away from a previous relationship. Eights are about a new beginning. Also, infinity, as above, so below. No beginning, no end. Okay, I accept that. Let's look at your view towards them. And we start with the Seven of Pentacles. Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows and grows. Oh, all right. Five of Pentacles. This makes me feel like for some of you, you know who this person is. Five of Pentacles is that energy of feeling like the tower. It's that feeling of being thrown onto the cold. It's a change. And sometimes it's not a change that I asked for. The majority of the time, it's not really a change that I asked for. However, for me, the Five of Pentacles speaks about temporary energy. And then I definitely feel like this person moves towards soulmate energy. Now, this person, they have their head down. They're kind of lost in the despair of what was, of the old chapter. There's this big door right here. The key right there. So this person, if they could just stand up, turn around, they see that they have the key to unlock their next chapter. This is not the end of the world. It may feel like it for a little while, but it's really kind of up to me how long I'm going to allow myself to stay in that type of energy. Now, it may be them, right? But this is more your view of them. So I do feel like a little pain, but yet I do at the same time feel like here's the key to unlock this door. And this doesn't even have to come from them. It's like, when will that door open? When I open my eyes and I realize the key to my next chapter is right there in front of me. Five speaks of a change. Sometimes we want that change. Sometimes we don't even know why that change happened. But ultimately, the hardship of the energy is temporary. Excuse me, is temporary. But listen, sitting next to the Seven of Pentacles, maybe that's exactly what was meant to happen. Maybe there was really a valuable lesson within here. And for some reason, for some of you, I don't feel like it's them. I feel like it's previous people. And I feel like you are saying to the universe, I'm ready. I'm ready for real love. Real love. And I feel like the universe is listening. All right, let's look at the overall connection or the overall energy supporting this connection. So we have the Emperor. Be the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. Hello, lovers. Look at that, Virgo. It is the card of Gemini. The meaning of the card is a head over heart decision. But there's that flame right there. Look at that. Sometimes I feel like, especially those of us who are on a very spiritual path, I feel like sometimes our great love doesn't come, or it doesn't mean we haven't met him, because like I think of my own life, Sam is my great love. And I met him when we were young. We were 15. And then we split, 40 years went by, and he picked up the phone and called me, and now I'm living in his house. So you just never know. You never know, you never know. To me, the lovers is definitely speaking about the connection, the passion. I feel like this is just energy of what is meant to be. Now, does it guarantee me that it will be? I can't guarantee you that because there's free will. But when I opened this reading and in the energy I felt from the world, like you are my world, and then closing, I mean, the reading's not over, but closing this part of the reading with the lovers. Hello. And by the way, not just the lovers, but someone that I feel like both of you can really look up to each other. I feel like both of you, it's like I feel like you are about to reap the harvest of your hard work, and I feel the same for them. So I feel like very like-minded energy, but it doesn't mean that they're the same. I mean, if you just look at the image, they're not the same. But look at the love. Look at the energy of this. That red, that represents passion. Hello, lover. Okay, I'm definitely going to accept that. All right, so let's just go back and look at the Nine of Pentacles. Take a card on it. We have the Five of Swords. Change. Don't be afraid of it. The five, listen, I feel like for some of you, this is what you do for a living. You help other people overcome toxic type energy, toxic people, toxic substances, things that just aren't serving them. I feel many of you are doing that. That is how, like, you make your living. And I feel you're very, very good at it. Not only that, but I feel again, like, don't be afraid of money, especially in a universal year 8, because I feel like you're meant to have real success, true success. But listen, maybe it meant that I had to cut out certain energy, certain people, right? Something was toxic. But it is a 5, so it is change. We'll take one more after that. Hello, magician, the manifester. It kind of reminds me of like your guardian angel sitting in heaven, like letting these loving waters flow down to these lovers. 5, change into a 1, just as it was supposed to be. It just feels like as it was supposed to be. This person may have had to, maybe both of you have had to deal with, like, some difficult energy, but then again I feel like it's like you took these lemons and you made lemonade with it, and I don't know, I feel like they may have gotten stuck for a while. And it's interesting because I'm feeling a real mix of old and new. And I know for some of you, I just don't feel like you've met this person yet. But I feel like when you do, it's like, oh, you just know. You're just going to know. And by the way, I feel like this is both of you manifesting. And it doesn't even have to mean that I'm manifesting like I want this person. Maybe, but it's really manifesting. Well, here we're talking about love. But I have to tell you, I have felt your guardian angels through every single one of these readings. And to me, this feels like your guardian angel just pouring down love, pouring down the loving waters. Okay, I accept. All right, let's take Mother Mary over this. And let's get her words of wisdom. Mother Mary. Um, I really would appreciate you letting me know what you think of this format, this series, if I should continue. I feel like I'm going to continue because I kind of love them. But most of you know, like I don't really do a format type reading. But I saw my daughter did this and I just fell in love with it. So I thought, why not? All right, Mother Mary, for Virgo, and their love. Okay, wow. We got a few, but we're taking them. Gratitude. As I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. Who is standing at that door? Okay, that card's already gone, but there was a door. Gratitude. Power of gratitude. Mercy. I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. And that means you allow yourself to have adventures. That means you don't lock yourself up in a room and hide from the world. I mean, it is up to you. But this feels like quite the adventure. All right, be strong. Be strong, Virgo. I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. And last but not least, remember how I said in the world, first of all, it's 21, which is a 3. It is joy. Look at your very last card, joy. It is tying it all together for you. By enjoying this moment, I'm giving thanks to God for my life. Joy mirrored by gratitude. That is powerful. That is powerful. All right, I'm going to let that be. Um, I love you guys. I thank you. I can't wait to hear your comments. Being a Virgo, I really want to hear how other Virgos look at these type of readings and let me know what you think. Let me know how it relates. Um, it feels very, very good. I'm just going to be honest. It feels very spiritual and it feels very meant to be. Now, I can't guarantee me that because my actions, their actions, free will, right? But this feels beyond that, especially with the Seven of Pentacles here. And right off the bat, I felt like they're saying, "You are my world." And if those words have not been uttered, then those may be the words that you hear. Oh my God, you are my world. You are my world. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at our table. By the way, I'm thinking next week I'm going to start going live again. My energy's getting a little bit better. I think I told you that I have COVID. But I'm starting to feel a little better every day. I feel a little bit better. So I think by next week, I'm going to be ready to go live again. So I look forward to that. Thank you guys again. And I will see you next time at our table. Bye bye.